Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to yet another OTB Legends League Game of the Day. And today from Comerica Park, it's the Detroit Icons against the Seattle Icons. Going after it. So these two teams locking each other. Randy Johnson, the big unit against the big Justin Verlander, will be your pitching matchup. So this could be good. Here are your starting lineup. Seattle has Ichiro playing right, Tom Paciorek playing left field, Jay Buhner DHing, Ken Phelps at first base, Edgar will play third base, Carlos Guillen will play short, Danny Wilson behind the plate, Dave Henderson, yeah, he was a Seattle star before going to Boston and Oakland and my other teams, at center, and Harold Reynolds, boo hiss, at second base. Tigres with Curtis Granderson in center field, Charlie Gehringer will play second. Hammer Hank Greenberg at first. Normie Cash will DH. Harry Haleman in right. Alan Trammell at short. Darrell Evans will play third. Bill Freehan behind the plate. And Bobby Higginson will be playing left field. So Seattle and Detroit have one thing in common. Their center fielders are injured. Ty Cobb is actually due back in a couple weeks for the Tigers, but Seattle's center field icon, Ken Griffey Jr., 30 home runs. He was second in home runs in the American League. He's hurt. He's out for the year, so Seattle will have to trudge on without him. And seeing the lineup, I don't really think much. I mean, you have a few powerful hitters. Although you might have a few players who are actually taking a rest. I think that yeah, Cameron and I think Boone are taking the rest period. Pacharik in left field. Well, anyway, Detroit, Justin Verlander, 9-8 with a 4.95 ERA. This is his 22nd start. He has had decisions in his last 4 games, 1-3. He lost to the Rangers, giving up only 2 runs, but they still lose. He was the American League leader in wins plus hits per inning pitched. The lower the better, like golf. Fourth in wins last year, 2 years ago, and sixth also 2 21 seasons. So yeah, he's has back-to-back 21 seasons. He's trying to win number 20. He was second in AL strikeouts 2 years ago, eighth last year. Wins above replacement, he was the top pitcher and all that, and was named pitcher of the year. So can't beat that. Ichiro from Kasugai Nihon, he's a threat every time. That's plate. Mariners are second in the West with 67 wins. The Tigers are 4 points below 500. They have a 5-game losing streak. Seattle trying to sweep the season series from the Tigers. They would like to do that. Here's Uchiro. Third in stolen bases. In the AL, he doesn't get a chance to steal because he swings with strike-free curveball. Tom Paciorek, left fielder, barely playing this year, obviously. Ground ball the short, throw the first, that's a 2. Here's Jay Buhner, 20 home runs last year, 20 this year. He's going to try to lead the power with Griffey out. Ground ball 6-3. So nice job by the Tigers and nice job by Verlander. 3 up, 3 down. The big unit, Randy Johnson, 10-4 with a 2.99 ERA. He was 14-5 2 years ago. He was injured 2 years ago, if I remember right. 19-9 last year, 10-4 this year. He didn't get a decision against the 1917 White Sox, thankfully, even though they lost. He's had a few decisions. 8th in wins last year. Number 1 in strikeouts, 292. And strikeouts per 9, he was second. And second in batter winnable replacement. Unfortunately, though, it strained triceps in July 2024. He missed a month. And then the torn back muscle in August kind of ruined him. He's been doing pretty well. He's had some stiffness and all that. Well, he's 6'10". That might be problems. Granderson playing center field for Blue Island, Illinois. 82 games. He's playing a lot more now because of Cobb's injury. He is second in strikeouts. Granderson down the first. Nicely snagged by Phelps. Uno Alto. Here comes Charlie Gehringer, the second baseman in history. Good night, swing miss on a sinker. And here's Hank Greenberg, one of the best hitters. Well, not at home with the home runs. He's had many of them, but on the road. Fly ball center, and a nice catch by Hendu, who makes the play. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. Here comes Ken Phelps. 24 home runs last year, 18 this year. Of course, every good Seinfeld viewer knows about the whole Ken Phelps thing in an episode of Seinfeld when George allegedly is supposed to be the first one in, the first one and the last one out of Yankee stuff, but he just leaves his car there, and then when George disappears, Frank Costanza yells at Steinbrenner, why would you trade Jay Buhner, who was a 30 home run man, and the cannon of an arm for Cam Phelps. Stab Burner stumbles his way through it. Nevertheless, here's Phelps. He goes down, swinging and a miss on a curve, strike 3. Here's Edgar, known as a DH. He's played third and good night, swinging and a miss on a slide piece. 2 outs for Carlos Guillen, getting a fly to trouble. He swings at one, ground ball to short to first. Verlander's done pretty well. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for the Tigers. Ron Cash, 24 home runs this year. He had 38 and 39 for the past 2 years, so he's a good hitter. Strike 3. Got him on a stinker sinker. 98 on the gun. Here's Harry Heilman. Heilman gets a swing. Reynolds to first. That's 2. Here comes Trammell. Trammell goes at the left. This will dip and base hit. First hit of the day for the Tigres. Here comes Darrell Evans. Evans goes at the left, but this is Pechorik's ball. Nice catch. And the Tigers get a single, but nothing else. On to the third, Dan Wilson, the workhorse as catcher. No, ball 4 just missed down the pike. Here's Dave Henderson, 3 for 10, 3 RBIs. It was a good Mariners hitter. Ground ball 6-4, 3 running in the back catching. That's a double play. And here comes Harold Reynolds, the number 9 hitter. Blue Jays fans hate him because he insulted Canada during the 2015 playoff run as an analyst for Fox. Swing and a miss on a fastball, swing and a miss. 99 miles per hour in the pitch, 8-1. Hit me! Seattle not having a good time. Here's Bill Freehand, the catcher for the Tigers. He grounds at the short. That is Guillen's ball, 1 out. Of course, I didn't talk about Carlos Guillen, is that, he's the guy with that famous bunt single that helped the Mariners in 2000 make the ALCS. Bobby Higginson. Swing and a miss, stinker sinker. He's hated by Blue Jay fans because he ruined Doc Holliday's no-hitter in a second career start, September 1998, the last day of the season. Here's Granderson. And he's gone, stinker sinker. So Randy Johnson knows that pitch. Nothing through 3. Here's each. Ucharo. Oh, what a play. Snagged by Darrell Evans. Here's Pachorik. Got him, strike 3 on the slide piece. Here's Buhner. Oh, he was looking for that. Well, the 2 walks Verlanders had were on payoff pitches. Here's Phelps. Phelps calls at the center. This could be triple. This is a double, and that's going to break up the no-no. I know it's the 4th inning, but anything. And this might be an RBI for Phelps. It is an RBI by Phelps. Ironic. The guys who were traded for each other, Phelps going from the Mariners to the Yankees, doubles in the run that's Jay Buhner, that coming from the Yankees to the Mariners. So the Seinfeld connection is there. Double, and now here comes Ecker. Got him. Strike 3 on a Sanjay. Nice job by Verlander with strikeouts, but an RBI double by Ken Phelps of all people, 1-0. Now let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Reds 3-1 in the 4th. 27 Yankees looking good, 7-0 in the 4th. Boston nothing in the 4th. 2 other games of note. I don't know. Mets 5-2 in the 2nd. It's 8-19 Eastern time. Cleveland looking good, 4-0. Oakland Mariners looking good, 5-0 in the 3rd. Kansas City crushing the Florida Red Sox 7-2. 7-2 split. We're supposed to be technically a 2-7 split. Oakland, Texas, that should be an interesting game. And now we got to go back to the action. Here's Gehringer.
Strike 3.
Got him. Slide piece. Strike 3. That is number 5. Greenberg. Ball 4. Ooh, Randy was hoping for that. And here's Cash.
Yeah!
Cash. What? Here's the second base.
Here we go now! Here we go now! Here we go now! Here we go now!
Ground ball to short, flip it to second for the easy out, and the Tigers can't do anything about it. 1-0, 3-4. Here comes Carlos Guillen.
Strike 3.
Goodbye, strike 3 curveball, 7 strikeout for Verlander. There's Wilson. Ground ball to third, through the first, got him. That's 2 down. Here's Hendo. Floor to the center, will it drop? In the glove of Granderson, it does, so 3-3 down, 1-0 through 4.5. It's an official game. Here's Tramo. Tramo smacks it, and another hit. So Tramo's the only guy to get a hit off Randy Johnson. He's got 2. Evans bunts and decides to leave it 3-1. I'm actually shocked he bunt on 3-1, but the ball wasn't even in the strike zone. For a second, yeah. I mean, like, you could get ball 4, maybe? 3 hit. Yeah, Chopper, they'll go with first. And now Higginson. But Randy flips it to first, and the Tigers leave a runner 90 feet away, and the Mariners survive 1-0 through 5. On to the 6th, and here comes Harold Reynolds. Ground ball the first, flip it. At least he didn't dip it. Little alto for Ichiro. Ichiro golfs at the center. This will be a looping hit. Second hit of the day for the Mariners. Here's Pachorik. They go for a steal. Ichiro is good at stealing. And that's number 48 stealing bases for August. Here's Pachorik. Pachorik. Deep drive to left field and fly away! My, oh my! You thought he was weak. Well, he bangs the tom-tom drum. It's 3-0. Tom freaking Pachorik, of all people. Yes, he was actually the color commentator with Hawk Harrelsons back in the 90s. If I remember correctly. Lolich and Jones are going to warm up, but man, Tom Pachorik. Here's Buhner. Buhner to center field. This is trouble. It will be a double. So Buhner is on base with a double. They know they're getting on Fernander's nerves. I didn't expect that from Pachorik, to be honest with you. Ken Phelps. Phelps grounds to short, wrong side of the infield. If it was to the right side of the infield, obviously you move to third. And here comes Edgar. Can you do something? Todd Jones is ready. They're going to yank Verlander now. It will be Todd Jones, winning over the 5.87 ERA, barely playing this year. This will only be his 8th appearance, the 7th appearance. No, he had 4 appearances last year. Was he hurt or something? He was out 1 to 2 weeks last week. Well, I mean, this was it. Yeah, he was an afterthought last year. Edgar. Edgar goes to the center field. This will dip base hit. Now they're going Buhner to the plate. And for the second time, he crosses the plate. This time it's Edgar who gets the RBI and scores him 4-0 Seattle. And here comes Carlos. They go for a steal. I don't know why you steal. Edgar is not really a base stealing guy. But the Mariners are now up 4-0 thanks to Tom Pachorik's home run. See his stats? 45 games in 2024 with 4 home runs, 1 home run in 25 games last year. He's now got 1 home run, and this is only his 12th game of the year. So Pachorik, well, he did cross the plate 4 times against the 91 Twins, but I think that was when the rosters were expanded to 40 people. Here's Granderson.
Strike 3.
Got him, strike 3. Changé. He really put a changeup in Detroit's craw. Here's Gehringer. Golfs at the left field, and there's Pachorik, and he makes the catch. 2 down for Hank Greenberg. All 4. He was hoping for a strikeout. That's only a second walk. Here comes Noel. Gosh. Oops, single. Greenberg to third base. So, Greenberg to third. And now, Heilman. Can you get an RBI? The answer is probably not. First. So Randy Johnson looking like he's Randy Johnson for 4-0, and here comes Carlos. Ian, he's play 4-3 on the putouts. 1 out for Dan Wilson. Wilson golfs it. That will be a bleeding single. I know it's the looping single, but you could also say bleeding single. I checked. Henry. Ow, plunk. He hits Henderson, and that's going to bring in, well, it's McLean and Hiller who will warm up. Here's Harold to left field, and a nice catch by Higgy. 2 down. I know you really shouldn't call him that. Here's Ichiro. Sashing! Strike rate. Jump. 4-0 Mariners through 6.5. I don't think they're missing Ken Griffey. 3 hits for the Tigers. 6 different Mariners with one single, one hit, and of course Chara went TPD for like the 6th time ever. All right, so we got that. Tomorrow we are going to be in Brooklyn as the 55 Brooklyn Dodgers host the 57 Milwaukee Braves. A battle of the 50s pitcher teams. Of course, they have people coming in to switch places and all that stuff. But anyway, it doesn't matter. 57 Braves, Brooklyn Dodgers tomorrow. Randy on the bump against Tremble. Tremble, base hit. Man, Tremble's been the only guy that has gotten Randy's goat today. All 4. Ooey. Gooey gooey. Yeah! All 4. Man, he's starting to rock the commercial. 110 pitch. I don't know if he last. I don't know. It'll be Garcia and Cotto. Pair of righties still hold up. Here's Dickinson. Dickinson smacks it. This will be a double play. This will be a double play. Run does score, so no shutout for Randy. It will not be an RBI though for Dickinson, if that's a good thing for the Mariners fan. Chris Granderson looking for RBI number 2. He does, and that boosts the double, so it's 4-2. So now Randy's getting a little bit wonky. I wonder how long they're going to hang on with him. He's thrown 114 pitches, and this is the 7th inning. Here's Granderson. Go to the center, and low. So Detroit does score a pair of runs. Are we going to see something that we haven't seen in a week? I don't know when the last time we've seen the closer come out. I think the 17th. I think it's been like 8 days since we had the closer come out for a safe situation. Denny McLean is going to come in to try to take down Pachorek. He's kind of a bullpen presence. 21st game, 1 and 2 with a save from Chicago. Danny McLean, of course, a great starting pitcher. The last MLB pitcher to have 30 wins in the season, 1968. But of course, that was kind of the season in which he actually injured himself through mobsters and basically ran himself out of town. Here's Pachorek. Pachorek decides to swing at that one. He should. Fly ball to the right, and a nice catch by Heilman, little alto, for Buhner. Got him swinging a miss on a Sean J. Here comes Phelps. Phelps goes at the right. Easy catch for Heilman, and 3 up, 3 down. Seattle up 4-2. Randy Johnson has blocked a lot. Yeah, Randy Johnson's blocked a lot of people. So it is going to be Bill Cotto who will come in, the future Blue Jay. This will be his 13th appearance. He actually had no wins, no losses, no saves last year, too, with a better ERA. Santa Monica. Sun goes down on the Santa Monica Boulevard. He's actually 4-0 as a reliever in his history. Here comes Reader. Up 4. Cash golfs at the left. That looked like a home run swing, but it's right to Pachorek. No, Otto. There comes Heilman. Heilman down the 3rd. This could be a good play, but it's just and it's only winner that works out too. Got him. Strike three. Cotto does his job, and now the Mariners might do something big. Garcia's going to come out. It will be JJ Putz. He is at 2 bars. They might be cautious. It will be Putz and George Sherrill. I don't know why he's on the Mariners Legends. Anyway, Danny McLean to face Edgar Martinez at 4-2. They're going to let him hit. Ball 4. Smart move. And here comes Guillen. Carlos. All he is battling the Mendoza line. It will be Brett Boone who needed a day off. They're going to let him hit. Boone golfs at the center to the deepest part of the park, but it's going to be caught by Granderson. 1 out for Dan Wilson. And they're going to take him out. Tino Martinez is going to come in. Bet you didn't know he was a Seattle icon before he went to the Yankees. Rambo the second. This could be a double play. And it will be a double play. So it is 4-2. It is a safe situation, which we rarely have seen. We've seen shutouts, we've seen blowouts, we've seen stranger things. Oh no, wait. Yeah, Florida St. Louis for sure had the post. They need a catcher and a second baseman. No, they need a catcher and a shortstop. Oh, okay, catcher and shortstop. So Jim Presley will come in to play shortstop, and that means that Dave Ballet is going to come in to play catcher. I'm actually shocked to go with him instead of Jojima, but I think they know what they're doing. Yeah, Putz is on two bars. I think they might give Cotto a batter, Daryl Evans. Evans also to center. Nice catch by Henderson. One out for Freehand. And they'll take him out. It's going to be Al Kaline. You need runs. So Al Kaline, 11 home runs, getting the day off. Kaline crosses the center. 2 outs. Ottawa could get the save, but I think they're going to. Yeah, they're going to go with Cecil Fielder. And they are going for the 1 out save for JJ Putz to try to stop Fielder. He does have 5 home runs. 21 saves by Putz. Fielder down to third. That's a perfect move. He was kind of green. They said, we'll give you 1 out. So Caudill does his best. 4-2. Seattle sets up. Big win. So now he's 11-4. Tigers have lost 6 in a row. They're 2 games below 500. And Tom Paciorek, of all freaking people, with a home run that iced it. Well, he had 4 home runs in 45 games 2 years ago. Only 1 home run in 25 games last year, and 1 home run in 12 this year. Verlander drops to 99, 7 strikeouts, but the runs. Todd Jones and Danny McClain did well in relief. Johnson goes to 11-4. His rate drops to 297. Calder with his second hold. Putz picks up safe number 22. 22,000 fans saw this game. Should have been more. Babe Ruth, 2 home runs for the 27 Yankees in their blowout over the 0-2 Angels. Jim Edmonds for the Angels Legends, 2 home runs against the 2015 Nationals. And Steve Carlton threw a pretty good game, although they lost the game. I think it was in extra innings. Yes, Jeff, no. Anyway, the 91 Twins survived 6-5 White Sox. Tampany beats Walsh. Aguilar's 11 save. Seattle, Detroit today. 70 Orioles 4-1. Palmer beats Casimir of the Tampa Legends. Jimenez is 26. Orioles Legends 4-3. Messina now 9-2. Messina beats Lefty Gomez with starters 27 save. Lefty Gomez. 84 Tigers with a shutout. Swan beats Roger Clemens. So it's like, what the fuck? Hernandez is safe. Willie Hernandez. 27 Yankees. Barr beats Washburn 4-12. 29 A's 7-4. Grove now 99 beats Garcia. Donnelly's 18 save. Cleveland Legends 2 in the ninth to win. Joss beats Dwayne Ward. 4-9 Blue Jays. 2001 Mariners win 5-3. Panero. He's now 10-8. Beats Splintorf. Rhodes is 25th save. Rose Legends 8-7. Kalika-san beats Pedro, who's 2-12. Man, he's got to leave that team. Montgomery 7 save. Angels Legends 5-2. Lackey, big win for him. Coming out of relief, beating McHugh. Percival's 20th save. Poor McHugh. Blue Jays Legends 6 in the ninth to win. Halliday, now 11-3. Ballman drops to Dona 1. 2011 Rangers win in the ninth. Wilson beats Sakat. Tateyama Santos with the save. Astros Legends 5-3. J.R. Richard beats Johan Santana. Wide with 23rd save. And the A's Legends win 9-1. Ruben Liddell 14th win. Pirates Legends 3-2. Chemnitz beats Scherzer. Hanrahan's 23rd save. Padres Legends 4-1. Hamilton beats Churchill drops to 9-10. Hoffman's 25th save. 2001 Diamondbacks survive 4-2. Washburn beats Gibson with Mudcat's 10th save. Dodgers win 5-3. Nomo's 15th win. He beats Jimenez. Gagne's 18th save. Reds Legends 4-2. Vandermeer beats Sid Fernandez with Chapman's 20th save. I remember we had the Mets and Reds yesterday. The certified Reds win 5-2. Gollett beats Bobby Gibson with Howell the third save. Jay Howell has done well in relief. Milwaukee losing to Brooklyn late 5-2. Horland the win over Buell. Reed picks up the save. We'll see those two teams tomorrow. The 97 Marlins 9-1. They almost had a shutout. Levine almost did, but he gives them a right. Expos Legends win 5-2. Pedro's now 16-1 for the Montreal Legends. Friend loses. Wetland picks up save number 32. Braves win in the 10th. Maddox beats McGraw at relief. Kimbrell's 27 save. Mets Legends 7-2. Seavers now 13-4 beats Witt. Brewers walk off in the 9th. Mordecai 3-finger round losing to Mark Clear. Philly Legends 11-1. Petey Alexander, who played for the Cubs too, he beats Zambrano. 2007 Rockies win. Corpus beats Nen. And the Giants win 5-1. Marichal beats Brown with Roman's 25th save. So Milwaukee, Brooklyn. Is it a late game? 7 o'clock. Well, it's a late game, so we're gonna do some Tuesday afternoon games. Radich. Boston losing 9-2. Smokey Joe losing to Jack Morris. Radich. The 2020 Rays again winning 7-1. Beeks beats Freddie Garcia. That's a big win. 230. The Astros Legends win 14-4 over the Twins. Mike Scott beats by 11, crushing it. Blue Jays Legends. Shutout by Jimmy Key over Bud Black. Nicely done. Oakland at 3 o'clock. They win 7-4. Wahlberg. Rube Wahlberg. I don't remember him. I don't remember him at all, but he's the winner. He beats Fergie with X29 save. Was he the starter, Wahlberg? I don't think so. Yeah, he was. Nah, I guess so. I guess there was something up 7-4 over Texas that he's in the starting lineup. I don't think we talked about that. Or did we talk about that? Oakland having a pitching problem. Did they have an injury? No. Okay. Whatever. And Toilet Rangers win 4-1. Ogando beats Guerrero, drops to 1-12. Oliver's 8 save. That's all the American League action on the 26th. The National League afternoon games. Cardinals win 10-6 narrowly. Dean beats Hitchcock with Habrowski picking to save the Mad Hungarian. It's a Tuesday. 86 Mets win 8-3. Gooden beats Maloney Orozco the save. Mets for the shutout. David Cohn does it to Valverde. 12 inning, 97 Marlins win. Helling beats Early Fingers. And afternoon affairs. The 64 Cardinals in the 11th. Messier finally gets a win over Mike Grant. And the last National League game in the afternoon, Giants win in the 11th. Kane beats Wall. Yeah, you've got Antonio Barrera versus Carlos Spooner. Yeah, they said bullpen game, right? Yes. Antonio Barrera. Was he picked up by somebody? He was a free agent signing out of the. Who dropped him? The Expos dropped him. He was a prospect. He was the number 10 prospect. Yeah, he was a prospect, and now Fiasco is going to the 57 Braves. Well, I don't know if I want him to start against the 55 Dodgers. I probably would say no. I probably would do a bullpen game. I do a bullpen game too. Yeah, I do a bullpen game just to set something up here. Sponsor me. I don't know about Parker team power rankings. Toronto, Jimmy Key's shutout and David Cohn's shutout too. Well, David Cohn's looking to get to 20 wins. What's he on pace for? He's on pace for 20. Yeah, he's on pace for 20. And the Mets Legends are leading the East by 2 over St. Louis, who are now, of course, the 6th seed. So yeah, the Mets are looking pretty good to try to do something here. All 5 starters have 12 wins. They look pretty good. Apodaca, Roscoe, and Franco. But yeah, the Mets look pretty good to do something. And they won 2 out of 3 times. Let's look at the standings. I feel like looking at the standings. The wild cards. So the Blue Jays are tops in the AL. Oakland second, Baltimore third, Cleveland fourth, Tampa fifth by wins. So that means Cleveland and Tampa would have to face each other in the playoffs. Baltimore and the Yankees are tied. So Yankees are technically sixth. The Mariners are seventh because you got Oakland. And the Angels are eighth, just ahead of Texas and Kansas City. Although 10 straight wins for the 27 Yankees, they are creeping. And the Tigers are fucking up. They lost 6 in a row. In the National League, the Expos would be fourth. They'll play Pittsburgh in the first round. LA number 1, Atlanta number 2, Mets number 3. St. Louis is number 6, Philly number 7, Colorado number 8. Ahead of San Diego by 1. 9-3 wins for the Giants. They're trying to catch some wins. Marlins and Diamondbacks have fallen flat, but yeah. The 1906 Cubs are trying to for the seasonal thing, but yeah. So Montreal would play Pittsburgh. Toronto would be number 1. They would play the Angels in the first round. So yeah, some things you can look at. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.